What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to go over a topic. I've got a squirming dog. 1 second. Bentley says hello. So today I wanted to do something a little different with my video. I wanted to go over my top 10 tips of things that I wish I knew before starting my fitness journey. And what I really mean by this is I feel like I was in a constant vicious cycle of wanting to work out, and then I'd burn out, and then I would be back where I started with seeing no improvements and just feeling awful. And I just remember looking in the mirror and being so frustrated and just going through those waves, and it was just exhausting mentally, physically. So there's just a few tips that I wanted to go over with you about things that I really noticed during my fitness journey that I wish I would have known before I started it. Maybe it would have made it go a little smoother. But don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it if you're watching this. Always love you guys. And let's get started. Okay, first things first. I know it's pretty normal. Do you hear this dog pitter-pattering? My apologies. So first things first, I feel like a lot of people want an instant change. They want to see something right away, even though it takes longer than a day, a week, a month, maybe even a year. Some people on my fitness journey video like make comments, I can't believe it took her that long, and it's like, what's it to ya? It's going to take your body as much time as it needs. Everyone's body is different. Don't expect to see results right away. You're not a failure if you don't see results right away. It was totally fine that I went through that journey, and it took me more than even a year to start seeing how to change my body. So I wish I would have been a bit kinder on myself and not tried to work out like a madman and eat a crazy diet where I couldn't have any carbs or something for a week, get frustrated when I didn't see a change, and then give up. So all in all, first tip would be patient with the results. It's gonna take time, and that's okay. Second tip is don't give up just because you have a bad attitude that day. I know that I was so frustrated like many times, and I wanted to give up, and I definitely did. I remember in college, I would be like, okay, Monday we're dieting, and Savannah, you're gonna work out twice a day. And then Monday would actually roll around, or maybe say Wednesday, after I was trying to keep up with that, and clearly I did not even instill those habits yet. And my roommate would be like, hey, you wanna go get French fries? And I'm like, yeah. So instead of going to the gym, I go get French fries. And then I would feel really bad about myself just because of that guilt and how I was feeling that day. I'd give it up altogether and just say it's not for me. So don't let a bad day, or you know, if you eat fast food, like that's okay. It's okay to have those days, but bounce right back up and keep going. Get back on that treadmill. Get back on that weight. Hey, I'm noticing these glasses. There we go. If you guys wear glasses, you understand me. Bridge of the nose, man. Bridge of the nose. So the next tip, 3, is to take baby steps to changing your lifestyle or any habits, unhealthy habits. I know a lot of people, like myself, that I just said in college, would put 110% into extreme and not give myself any leeway, nor be fair to myself, and just cut everything out. I would cut out like all forms of carbs, more just like bread and grains. I was like just assuming that, or I cut out all sugars, and like there's carbs in almost everything. There's sugars in almost everything, natural. Like, so I wasn't being really realistic with how I wanted to change my lifestyle. I was just going full 110% and setting myself up for failure because my body would start craving it and I would cave in eventually. So moral of that story is start creating a healthy habit slowly. If you really want to drop your sugar, your processed sugar intake, then slowly, you know, drop a tablespoon of sugar or something like that in your coffee to the point where you can wean off and you don't even crave the sugar anymore. Or like maybe allow yourself a treat every once in a while so your body doesn't feel like you're never getting it again. So for me, it really helped once I wanted to cut out sugar in my coffee. That was literally what I wanted to do because I was constantly having Coffee Mate. So I would have like 4 servings a day of this Coffee Mate, and I was like, I want to break this habit. I'm going to try to wean off. So slowly I would have 3 servings, 2 servings, 1 servings, and then I just stopped buying it altogether. And now your girl doesn't have Coffee Mate. Yeah. So all in all, give yourself a little baby step. Don't do a full 110% if you're not ready for it, and give yourself a little leeway. 4 is put the scale away. That is honestly when the magic happens. If you are focused on how many pounds you weigh, you're just setting yourself up for failure. Just put away the scale, let it collect some dust, maybe a cobweb or 2, and just focus on how you feel. Overall, your body is going to change. You're gonna gain lean muscle. Just because you are losing weight on the scale doesn't necessarily mean that it may be healthy, nor you may not like how you look. So totally just put it away for a few months, assess yourself, take transformation photos, you know, check yourself out in the mirror. Like, it's all about how you feel, journal it, but just put away the scale and stop focusing on the pounds. It's just gonna be stressful and you're gonna be consumed by it, and you're gonna try to weigh yourself daily, because that's what I did. And I really wish that I didn't put that pressure on myself, and just kind of took a step back. Okay, 5. So this is so important. It is focus on your actual macros and your nutrients opposed to counting calories. Because my gosh, in college, I would download like MyFitnessPal, and then I would be like, I wanna lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks. And then it would basically give me like non-realistic calories that I could eat and function. And then I would try my best to fill it, but I had no idea how much protein I needed, fats, carbs. I was truly just eating empty calories just to hit that calorie goal. I'm sure you guys can relate. And that's when I started learning how to actually count macros and why they were so important. So now I focus on how much protein I'm actually getting. Fats, carbs, literally what I just said. But all in all, it's so much more important than just how many calories you're consuming. Because if you're having all carbs and you hit your calorie goal, but you're given no protein, it's gonna take a toll on your body. So, ladies and gents, count macros instead of calories. We're at 6, and that is to don't be afraid to lift weights in the gym. Oh, little Savannah. Back in the day, I would go on the elliptical, and then I would do some sit-ups, and then like maybe do some squats, but I was too nervous to get into the weights with the big boys because I was scared I would look silly, or I was scared I'd look bulky. When I was younger, I was a gymnast, and honestly, like not a very good one, but that's besides the fact. I did bars as my routine, and that's all upper body. So I got bulky right here, and I remember people saying that to me, and I was like scarred from it, and I've always wanted lean arms opposed to bulky arms. And now like I love it. I love having upper body strength, but I think I was just so nervous to get called that again, or to look the way, or to feel the way that I felt when someone said that to me. So I was like, I will never do upper body. And I have some friends that literally say, I don't train upper body, I don't want to get bulky. And it's like, if you train the correct way, you're not gonna get bulky. So just don't be afraid to challenge yourself, get in with the weights. YouTube it. If you're like, hey, how can I get my muscles to look like this? Of course, it has to do with genetics. There's a lot more than that that goes into it, but at least you can research like, oh, okay, if I want to grow my biceps, this is the kind of exercise I should be doing. Oh, if I want to do like grow my legs, this is what I should be doing. So just make sure that you're researching it instead of just assuming you're going to get bulky. I actually joined CrossFit in college. I talk about it in my previous video of my fitness journey, but that's when I learned weights are not bad for you, and they make you look bomb. 7. So 7 is to have a like-minded community, a supportive community. I cannot emphasize this enough because it is so important that your peers and your friends and people you're associated with support you, and you're not just hiding this in the dark. Like, I had so many people judge me when I started my fitness account, And I was like, that really shows like our friendship, because you should support me no matter what. And those that did stick by me, most of my best friends did. It was just like, wow, I appreciate that so much. And it just made me feel really confident and empowered that I could do this account and had friends backing me up. I mean, y'all know Michael, he's so supportive. He is literally always taking videos, always taking pictures, dealing with my videos, and it's great. If I didn't have a supportive boyfriend, it'd be so incredibly hard, because you have to take time to go to the gym. And if you don't have friends that are supporting you and just saying, no, stay home and watch Netflix, or no, go to happy hour instead, like, that's not cool. If that's what you want to do, go do it. And like, yeah, set aside time for your friends, but just make sure they're supporting you in this journey. And I really, really wish I could have had this in college. I felt like a lot of my friends just kind of thought it was silly that I was interested in fitness. So I just wish I could go back and be like, bro, realize the priorities and how good friends should act. 8. I cannot stress this enough, because you need to have goals that are achievable for your body. Because if you're just saying, hey, I want to lose 15 pounds in a month, you're gonna die. Or you're going to be able to lose a ton of weight and it'll be like water weight and starving yourself, and then you're gonna gain it right back after whatever event you wanted to look that great for. So if this is a lifestyle that you want, you need to have tangible goals that you can do. So for me, whenever I write out my goals, like, I'm not gonna just say I want a 6-pack by the end of the month. I'm gonna be like, okay, I would like to shed my body fat percentage, but in order to do this, I need to increase my cardio, I need to eat in a deficit, etc., etc. So you need to just have a goal, how you're going to achieve those goals. And if you don't get it, that's okay, move on to the next. 9, remember, this is a lifestyle and not a competition. You are not competing with anybody in this. If you want a friendly competition, I love that. I do it with Michael all the time, but the guy's a dude and I'm not gonna have the same body type as him. So my goals cannot be him, but we can set our own goals and then hold each other accountable and maybe have a reward. You know, we always do like whoever gets closest to the goal gets the reward. But in no means is the other one feeling worse, because you get to celebrate together with that reward. Everybody wins. I know with social media, you can kind of look at somebody's body. Trust me, I have, and you've been like, oh wow, I want that, why don't I have that? And it can kind of get you in a dark hole. And I think it's just so important to just try not to compete with them and try not to say, I'm gonna have the better picture, I'm gonna have, like, take it one day at a time. It's your lifestyle. You don't know what's going on with them. You have no idea. Don't worry about them, and if you keep seeing them on your feed and they make you feel bad, then unfollow them. So I just think it's so important that if you're gonna have this as a lifestyle, you need to not look at it as a competition. Last but not least is be kind to yourself. Which, I mean, no duh, but I feel like a lot of people, especially myself back then, I was not very kind to myself. I wasn't very loving, and I feel like it's so important that you need to be your biggest supporter and love your body throughout the process. And it's okay to be frustrated and it's okay to have bad days, but pick them back up. And those moments that you feel great, whether it's you being able to run the mile under 9 minutes or something like that, like for the first time, like celebrate those victories with yourself, and look at that as the end goal. I know that is easier said than done, but I think that is one of the most important things that I could have told myself when I was going through this. All right, well, those are the 10 tips that I wish that I could have told myself when I was going through this journey, and I'm still going through this journey, and I'm still working on those tips. Overall, I hope you guys liked this YouTube video. Let me know if you want me to do a bit more of this kind of styled chit chat. I'm just sitting down and talking with you guys, which I'm sure if you see in my previous videos, I love like doing scenic backgrounds, and I just love taking you around with me during the day. But if you like this, I'm happy to do more of them. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you next time.